A baby is about to be born soon. When I think about it, I become happy and restless. My name is Mary. I'm 28 years old and I'm a housewife. My relationship with my husband Richard is good, and we have a harmonious family. I am currently pregnant. I'm in the final month, and my body feels heavy and everything is difficult to do. But when I think about my baby being born, it makes me happy every day. We have already bought the baby items and have prepared to take the baby home. However, during this fulfilling time, an interference has entered into our lives. It's my mother-in-law, Karen.
Such an ugly and fat belly. It's disgusting to think that a child is inside that.
Karen really hates me and always makes sarcastic remarks. Even though she had Richard in her own belly, she sets that aside. But I don't know what she would do if I talked back. I just smile and try to brush it off. Why are you laughing? It's creepy. What did Richard see in a low-educated woman like you? Karen said with a sigh mixed in her words. Yes, I finished middle school and started working immediately. It was indeed an inferiority complex for me, but Richard accepted me for who I am and married me. However, Karen opposed to our marriage until the last minute. Richard said he loved me. Please stop speaking ill of Richard. I couldn't help but talk back. In that moment, Karen's face turned red, and she slapped me.
I'm not speaking ill of Richard. I'm talking about you. Why did a low-educated woman like you, who only finished middle school, marry Richard, who went to a university? A university graduate should have a university graduate wife, right? That's normal.
Though you say that. My father passed away early, you know. I didn't want to burden my mother alone, so I started working after middle school.
I didn't ask for your life story. Ugh, it's so frustrating. Look at that bloated belly of yours.
Saying that, Karen aimed her foot towards my stomach.
Hey!
Don't kick me! The baby is coming soon, you know?
Shut up! We don't need a brat like that to be born.
What? Of course, from a middle school dropout like you, stupid and with bad genes, an evil person is bound to be born. How can you say such terrible things? Don't worry, I will never let the child become evil. Your words don't have any credibility. Even if I'm a middle school dropout, I can still live. You're always saying things like this. It's obvious that a worthless child will be born. Karen has been making assumptions since earlier. Afterwards, after relentlessly saying terrible things to me, Karen finally left. Talking to Karen exhausts me greatly. She only speaks based on preconceptions and her own imagination, only criticizing me. If this continues, it might even harm the child that is about to be born. That thought scares me a lot. What's worse is that Karen only harasses me when Richard is not around. She must understand that she would get scolded if Richard found out. I could report it to Richard, but I don't want to cause him unnecessary worry, since he is busy with work every day. So, I couldn't bring myself to talk about it. However, I can't stay in this dark mindset forever. If I keep dwelling on negative feelings, it might affect the baby in my belly. With that in mind, I decided to forget about what Karen did and try to spend my days in a brighter manner. It happened one day. While I was out shopping, I ran into Karen on the roadside. "Oh, my, with such a big belly, where are you off to?" "Well, just going shopping." "Shopping, huh?" "Oh, I know, I'll come with you and help." "What?" "No, I'm fine." "But thank you." "You can't obey your mother-in-law." "I said I'll help, didn't I?" Karen forcefully accompanied me. As we walked together to the supermarket, she said, "Ugh, I don't like it. To think that someone like you is living off of Richard's money. WL. The money Richard earns should be used by someone smarter. It's a waste to spend it on someone like you. But we're married. Richard also takes good care of me."
What? What do you know about Richard? I've been together since Richard was little, you know? As his mother, I understand Richard better.
Karen became infuriated and started yelling. It was a bit hot outside, which seemed to make Karen even more heated.
Ugh, it's so frustrating. Why should my precious son be taken away by a lowly middle school dropout like you?
I didn't intend to take him away.
Shut up. Oh, I have a good idea.
A good idea? We stopped at a red light. Then suddenly Karen said,
"We don't need a middle school dropout grandchild,"
and forcefully pushed my back. My body felt heavy, and I couldn't resist, so I ended up in the roadway. From there, I lost consciousness. When I woke up, I found myself in a hospital bed. My whole body was in pain, unbearable pain. It seems that I was run over. Though I feel pain throughout my body, I noticed something was missing. The bulge in my belly that was there before, it's gone. Am my baby? In a panic, I tried to search for the baby, but a doctor brought the baby to me. Apparently, as soon as I was run over, my water broke, and I was urgently transported to the hospital, where I gave birth. The baby was without any complications, and was born healthy. Thank you. Thank you so much. I expressed my utmost gratitude to the doctor. Thank goodness, the baby is safe. The doctor left, saying there were other things to attend to. Soon after that,
Ugh, I missed my chance.
Karen showed up.
Karen! You're the one, right? You're the one who pushed my back. How could you do something so terrible?
Shut up! I didn't do anything wrong. This happened because of a lowly educated dropout like you, married Richard. That's why this happened. Karen showed no remorse for pushing me. It's awful. My whole body hurts, and it's even difficult to get out of bed. I don't care about that. It's your own fault, right? It's because of you stealing Richard away that this happened. Karen had a very wicked smile on her face. It's because of her that I suffered such a serious injury, and in the worst case, the baby might not have been safe. I won't forgive you, Karen. Not only me, but also harming the baby. Oh, speaking of which, that crying brat over there, it's your child, right? That's right. I think the baby went through something really scary. Apologize to the baby. Now's my chance, haha. Karen smiled and approached the baby. Then, Karen lifted the baby and headed towards the window.
Hey, wait! What are you planning to do?
What am I planning to do? It's obvious. Saying that, Karen threw the baby out of the window.
No! Stop!
I couldn't help but scream. Karen laughed hysterically at the sight. Oh, how amusing! Just what I thought, a middle school dropout loving their child who will be the same. But too bad. You'll never see that brat again.
No! No!
Unable to believe what had just happened before my eyes, I panicked and burst into tears. Don't be so sad. You can always have another brat. Divorce Richard and have a child with some random guy around there. After saying that, Karen laughed even more. Does this person lack empathy? She doesn't seem to comprehend the seriousness of her actions at all.
I won't forgive you, Karen. I will never forgive you. I will make you pay for this for the rest of your life.
Yeah. Don't be a sore loser, Karen said as she mocked me. However, someone arrived at that moment. Is this Mary's hospital room? It was Richard. Richard rushed over to me. Moreover, in his arms was the baby that Karen had just thrown down the window. Oh, Richard. What's wrong? Aren't you at work? I heard that Mary was urgently transported here, so I took time off work. More importantly, this child fell from the window, and I instinctively caught it. This child is our child. I see this child. But why did it fall from the window? Your mother dropped our child. She said she didn't want a child whose mother is a middle school dropout like me.
What?
And no, Richard. That's not true. I didn't say anything like that. You said it. You've made fun of me so many times before. And it's always when you're not around. It's incredibly malicious. Taking advantage of Richard's presence, I exposed all of Karen's wrongdoing. So you've been doing such terrible things. Karen. That's not true. I haven't done anything. Besides, isn't it your fault, being a middle school dropout and marrying a university graduate like him?
What does it matter if she's a middle school dropout? Mary cares deeply for me. Education doesn't matter.
Richard, with a furious expression, scolded Karen for me. Seeing him like that, I couldn't help but shed tears.
Why are you crying? I'm the one in trouble. Help me!
Karen turned to me and shouted angrily.
What do you mean, help me? Mary's strength has been drained due to the accident and childbirth. Let her rest.
But... No buts about it. Come to think of it, when I come home lately, Mary hasn't been lively. Is it because you've been harassing her during the day? I haven't done such a thing. Or perhaps I did it for your sake. For me. Because you, an elite university graduate, ended up getting caught up with a middle school dropout like her, so I just wanted to help you. I didn't send you to a university for you to marry a middle school dropout. Karen started berating Richard as well. Hearing Karen's true feelings, Richard looked shocked. I can't believe it, but you were thinking such things. Mother, you don't care about me at all. What are you saying? I care so much about you. No, you don't care. You're just imposing your idea of happiness on me. That's ridiculous. Richard was angry with Karen, with a serious look on his face. You go to this university, get a job at this company, and marry a woman like this. That's what you want to say, right? That's not thinking of their child's true happiness. You're just leading me down the path, which you think is happiness. That's not true. Karen's eyes were wandering. It looks like this truth shocked her and made her silent. Karen, I'm grateful for raising me this far. But I can't forgive you for hurting Mary and throwing our child out the window. I'm cutting ties with you, Mother. What? Cut ties with your own mother? You can't do that. Stop saying stupid things. No, if I continue to have a relationship with you, you might harm Mary again. To ensure Mary's safety, I'm cutting ties with you, Mother. And no way. Karen cried while trembling. It's natural for her to feel rejected by her beloved son. Hey, what are you staring at? Persuade Richard. He can't be saying such things to his mother. Why do I have to do that? It's none of my business. It's your own fault, isn't it?
What did you say?
Karen cried, her face turned red, and she seemed busy. However, Richard showed no mercy towards Karen. Karen, enough already. Mary is saying she's getting exhausted, you know? I don't care about that. My self-preservation is more important. I'm appalled, prioritizing self-preservation over apologizing. I thought I wouldn't go this far since you're my biological mother, but I'm going to consult the police. What? The police? I was also surprised to hear the word police. But, of course, it's only natural. She pushed me and had a car run over me, and then she threw the child out the window. That alone is an incident, and I think we're entitled to compensation. What you did, Karen, is clearly a crime. If the police comes, you'll be taken away without any argument.
No, this can't be happening. It's not a joke. I did it for Richard's sake. Why does it have to be like this?
Karen shouted angrily in tears. It seems she desperately wants to assert that she's not at fault. You were about to take 2 lives, you know? Do you think you'll be forgiven for that? I didn't mean to take lives. I just thought it would be nice if they had a little accident. That's not true. The force when she pushed my back was strong, and if she threw the baby out the window, she should have known that the baby wouldn't survive. Covering one lie with another, Karen seemed determined to escape from her guilt no matter what. Enough! I'm calling the police now, wait a moment. Saying that, Richard went outside to make a phone call. Mary, do something! Richard seems really angry. He's seriously planning to call the police. I'm going to get arrested. You deserve to get arrested. That's what I hope for.
What? You think you can get away with it by acting innocent?
Karen was furious and outraged, but it's not just Karen who was angry. I was angry too. Please, just stop it. How angry do you think I am? You're the reason I'm in this situation. You will take full responsibility for this. I don't want to take responsibility. I haven't done anything wrong. Please, stop it. How long are you going to keep making excuses? Do you think that will work with the police? Karen was taken aback, as if she hadn't expected me to get angry. Why are you so mad? She stammered. Getting mad at me, as if it won't come back to haunt you later. There won't be any later. You're going to be taken away by the police, I retorted. No way! Find a way to fix this somehow. Richard is angry too. I don't care. I think you should be taken to the police right away. As Karen and I were talking, Richard returned. I just called the police. They said they'll come right away. So be prepared, Karen.
What? How did it come to this? What on earth did I do? I haven't done anything that bad. And yet, you're doing this. How awful!
There was no sign of remorse whatsoever, and both Richard and I, beyond anger, could only give cold stares.
What's with that look? Do you have something to say?
No, there's nothing left. Just quietly disappear from our lives. I don't want to think of you as my mother anymore.
Mary, say something to Richard.
Don't beg me. Please be taken to the police as soon as possible.
What? Why? I haven't done anything wrong. Both of you. Forgive me.
Karen continued to make excuses and desperately protected herself, but when the police arrived, she was taken away. Until the end, she insisted she was innocent and blamed it all on the middle school dropout girl, but the police paid no attention. They took Karen away. Afterwards, Karen had to pay a fine and compensation to us, and she was also issued a restraining order against us. Now, Karen can no longer do anything to us. Later on, it seems she was severely scolded by her husband, and they got a divorce. She was also forced to pay additional compensation, and it seems she lost all her money. I don't know what kind of life Karen is living now, but surely it can't be called a happy one. As for me, I was able to be discharged from the hospital without any lasting effects, and returned to Richard's house. At home, Richard took care of our newborn baby, and had already become a father. I, too, as much as him, will do my best in housework and parenting, so that I can become a good mother.